Hello, my dear students. How are you all? Let's add value to your knowledge account today. Welcome to our Finance and Accounting Academy channel. I'm Dr. Bharati Sunil. Today we'll have video on business economics. Have you ever noticed when you taste first slice of pizza when you are very hungry, how you feel very amazing, right? When you taste second slice of pizza, you feel it's good. But when you go on tasting third slice and fourth slice, what you feel? You don't like eating any slice more. Why? Why does this happen? This is what law of diminishing marginal utility explains. In this video, we'll break down the law of diminishing marginal utility in the simplest way with real life examples. Let's get into the topic. Today we'll discuss about law of diminishing marginal utility. This law was originally explained by H. Gaussen in 1854. Later, it was popularized by Alfred Marshall in scientific manner. This I will explain using definition. The law of diminishing marginal utility means law of DMU. So what law of DMU states? It said that as more units of a commodity are consumed, say for example, if you are very hungry and when you eat samosas, the first samosa will give you a lot of satisfaction, right? When you add more and more samosas, then what will happen? Whatever the satisfaction we derive, satisfaction will show in terms of utility, right? Whatever the satisfaction you derive from each additional unit, means when you go on increasing the number of samosas, the satisfaction will decrease, even though total utility might still increase for some time. Say, for example, you have attended one marriage function, and in that marriage function, they served nice rasgullas, which you like very much. So, using that rasgullas example, I will explain this table. So in this table, we have taken three columns. What's the first column? Units of rasgullas, means how many rasgullas you are eating. That we will show as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Next, so what's the second column? Marginal utility. What is the meaning of marginal utility? Means how much of satisfaction you are gaining by after consuming each samosa. Means for every samosa, what is your added satisfaction? That is called what? Marginal utility. Next, third column is TU. TU means what? Total utility. So, when you consume the first rasgulla, you felt very happy. It's very amazing taste, right? So, what is your satisfaction? 20 units. Because the size, the color, the taste, everything is good. So, what is the satisfaction? What you got from this rasgulla is 20 utils, right? So what is your total utility? 20 utils only. Next, you have consumed the second rasgulla. What is the satisfaction you gain from second rasgulla? 15 utils. So here we have written 15. And what are our total utils? 20 plus 15. How much? 35. Next, when you have consumed third rasgulla, what is your added satisfaction? 10 utils. So what is our total utility? 35 plus 10, 45. Next, you have consumed fourth rasgulla. When you have consumed fourth rasgulla, what is your marginal utility? 5 utils. So, 45 plus 5, 50 utils is our total satisfaction. Next, when you have consumed fifth rasgulla, no satisfaction. So, it is 0. This is called point of satiety, right? So when your marginal utility is 0, what is your total utility? 50 plus 0 is equal to 50 only. So here your total utility is constant, right? Next, when you have consumed sixth rasgulla, then what happened? Whatever the rasgullas you have consumed, you are getting a feeling that will come out, right? So it is giving you negative satisfaction. Means when you have consumed this 6 rasgulla, what is your feeling? If your favorite rasgullas are shown to you also, you will just turn your face. So you are getting what feeling? Negative feeling, right? So that is why what is your satisfaction? -5. So have you observed your margin utility? At the first rasgulla, it is 20 utils. Second rasgulla, the satisfaction, whatever you are gaining is decreased to 15. At third rasgulla, 10. Fourth rasgulla, 5. Fifth rasgulla, no satisfaction. Sixth rasgulla, negative satisfaction, right? So now we'll see total utility. At the first rasgulla, what is your total utility? Your marginal utility is equal to total utility. So here we have written 20. And when you consume the second rasgulla, what is your total utility? 20 plus 15, that is 35. And at third rasgulla, 35 plus 10, 45. And fourth rasgulla, 45 plus 5 means 50. See here you can observe your total utility is increasing 20, 35, 45, 50. But when your marginal utility is 0, your total utility is constant. Means here there is no increase. Here also it is 50 and here also it is 50. Next, when you consume 6 rasgulla, means when you had negative satisfaction, means when your marginal utility is negative, then your total utility is decreasing. Now you see the definition. The added satisfaction derived from each additional unit decreases. See here 20, 15, 10, 5, 0, -5, right? Even though total utility might still increase for some time. Here it got increased for some time, but later what happened? It became constant and later total utility also got decreased. This is about table. Now we'll see in graph form. See, OX axis, what we have taken? Units of rasgullas, right? And in OY axis, marginal utility of rasgullas. See here, what is our topic? Law of diminishing marginal utility. So that is why we are taking only marginal utility here, right? So when we have consumed the first rasgulla, means here how many rasgullas we have consumed, we are showing here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? We have consumed how many rasgullas? 6 rasgullas, right? So when you have consumed the first rasgulla, what is your satisfaction? Where you can see in OY axis. So it is called what? Marginal utility of rasgullas. So here we have showed 5 utils, 10 utils, 15 utils, 20 utils, 25, 30, like that we can show, right? So at the first rasgulla, what is your marginal utility? 20. So that is why here we have showed 20, right? Next, at second rasgulla, what is your satisfaction? What is your marginal utility? 15. So here at 15 we have showed 15, second rasgulla. Next, third rasgulla, what is your marginal utility? 10. So third rasgulla, your marginal utility is 10, right? Next, fourth rasgulla, it is 5. So fourth rasgulla, this is fourth rasgulla and 5 utils, right? Next, fifth rasgulla, our marginal utility is 0. So that is why here at fifth rasgulla, it is 0, 0, right? Next, at sixth rasgulla, it is negative. So that is why at sixth rasgulla, we are showing -5. So where is -5? Here. So that is why we are showing -5 at sixth rasgulla. So when we are drawing a line, take a scale and draw like this, then you will show marginality curve is sloping downwards. So if you see the marginality for first rasgulla, this much is our satisfaction. When you have consumed the second rasgulla, our satisfaction level is only this much. Third rasgulla, it got decreased. Fourth rasgulla, still it got decreased. And fifth rasgulla, no satisfaction, means our MU is 0. And sixth rasgulla, our satisfaction is negative. So it is -5. Is it clear? So like this, we have to explain, table and show that in graph form. Now coming to assumptions. When this law applies further, there are some assumptions. So what's the first one? All units should be identical means whatever rasgullas you are eating, all that should be identical means that there should not be any change in quality or flavor. Next, second one, no change in consumer's taste, fashion, custom and income. So when you are applying law of diminishing margin utility on a consumer, there should not be any change in his tastes. Say for example, here he liked rasgulla. Immediately he should not switch over to some other taste like ice creams or gulab jam or laddus, right? So here his taste should not change, and his fashion also should not change, his custom should not change, and his income level also should not change. Because if the present level of income, he is preferring only some products, but if the income level is rising, definitely his preference will be changing, right? That is why, what is the second assumption? No change in consumers tastes, fashions, customs and income. Next, third one, rational consumer. Here the consumer must be rational. Say for example, if we are applying this law on a particular consumer and checking how is his marginality, should have that rationality to observe what is the taste of that, how much of satisfaction he is deriving. He should have that knowledge. He should able to judge what is the satisfaction he is gaining out of each unit of rasgulla, right? Next, fourth one, cardinal measurement of utility. So this law will apply only to those things where we can measure in terms of units or utils. Means measurement should be there. That is called what? Cardinal measurement of utility. But if there is no cardinal measurement like utils or units, we cannot know what is the satisfaction level. Means what is the marginality of the consumer. Next, unit size should be same. So for example, if you are giving small rasgulla at the first time and the second time the rasgulla size got increased, third time this much, means the first rasgulla will not give you satisfaction because it is very small. Say for example, you are given one samosa. If the first samosa is small samosa and the second samosa is big samosa, then definitely the first samosa is small. That's why it won't give you much satisfaction. Here the marginality will not decrease, it will increase with the second samosa, right? In the same way, the first samosa, whatever is given to you, is of this much of size. Say 2 kgs of samosa. Then definitely the first samosa will itself give you satisfaction and the second samosa will not give you satisfaction because you will not be having ability to eat the second samosa. So then the law will not apply. So the unit size should be same. Say for example, the first rasgulla is very small, so you will not get much satisfaction. But when you are given second rasgulla, you will bet your satisfaction level will be increasing. That is why the unit size should be same. Next, price of products and substitute goods should be the same. So whatever the products you are consuming in law of diminishing marginal utility, that product's price should not change. If the prices got increased, then the consumer may not be preferring this product, right? Or if the substitute prices are all increasing or decreasing also, this law will not apply. Next, continuous consumption. So here, first rasgulla you had in the morning and second rasgulla in the afternoon, third rasgulla in the evening, then this law will not apply because, so if you are consuming at different intervals, then the marginality will not be decreasing. That is why the consumer should consume rasgullas continuously. He should not have time gaps. Next, coming to exceptions. What are exceptions to this law? Say for example, I'm having hobby of reading books. So the more and more I read books, the satisfaction will be increasing. Say for example, you are having the hobby of collecting currency notes of different countries. The more and more countries' currencies you collect, the more will be your satisfaction. So that is why the law of diminishing marginal utility will not apply for hobbies. Next, second one, rare objects. Suppose some rare objects, say rare coins or antique pieces, if you are collecting, then also law of diminishing marginality will not apply, because the more and more rare objects you are collecting, the more will be the satisfaction. Next, power and money. So law of diminishing marginal utility will not apply for power. The more power, see, if you take political leaders as example, or if you take any senior officials in the organization, they like power. The more power they will get, the more satisfaction they will have. So that is why this law will not apply for power. Next, money also. So the more money you have, the more will be your satisfaction, right? So here also, what will not apply? This law will not apply. For power and money, law of diminishing marginality will not apply. Next, fourth one, intoxicants and drugs. See, if you see intoxicants, how they will be, they will not be unconscious. So how they feel, the more they drink, they will be more feeling satisfied. So that is why this law will not apply to intoxicants and drugs case also. This law of diminishing marginality is also called Cosen's first law and fundamental law of satisfaction. So I will revise once. So what is this law says? The more and more units we consume, the satisfaction, whatever we are deriving, that will be decreasing by unit. So the more and more units of samosa we eat, the utility, whatever we are deriving, that will be diminishing for every successive unit. So that's the meaning of law of diminishing marginality. And this we have explained using table. So in this table, what you have observed, whatever the, for every increase in consumption of rasgulla, the margin utility is decreasing, but the total utility is increasing up to certain level. Later, the total utility is also decreasing. Now coming to the graph, here we have showed units of rasgulla on OX axis and margin utility of rasgullas on OY axis. So here we have plotted whatever the values that are given in table in this particular graph, and we have observed that the MU curve is sloping downwards with every consumption of rasgulla. That's what we have observed here. Next, we have discussed about assumptions. What we have covered in these assumptions, all units should be identical. And second one, no change in consumer taste, fashion, customs and income. And third one, he should be a rational consumer. And fourth one, so it should have cardinal measurement of utility and unit size should be the same. And next, price of the products or substitute should not change. It should be similar and we should consume continuously. Next, coming to exceptions, means what in what conditions the law will not apply. So first one, it is for hobby, it will not apply, and for rare collections, it will not apply. And coming to the third, for power and money, it will not apply. And fourth one, intoxicants and drugs. Take screenshot. That's all for today, but learning never stops. In the next class, I will explain about law of equimarginal utility. You watch my other videos on financial accounting and cost accounting also. So keep learning, keep growing. Please share my videos to your friends who are having these subjects. If you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you.